Scam alert, scam alert, scam alert in Germany. What's up, guys? My name is the Smart Chef. I'm here once again. And today's topic, I just want to do it quickly. As you can see, I'm about to drive off, but I just had to do this quickly based on what I experienced recently. So there are two types of scam alert I would like to, inform or warn you guys about. There are different forms of scam or types of scams in Germany. But I just want to quickly speak on the two type I experienced recently. Like every other country of the world, Germany as a country is a great country, sophisticated country digitally and as well as offline, physically, digitally. Germany is sophisticated with technology and everything, but just like every other country, they have their own challenges as well as a country, and the government or the government agencies responsible for some certain things might not be able to, to tackle everything 100%, and that brings us to the topic. Them not being able to tackle everything 100% means you as an individual, you have to be careful. You have to be responsible at some levels of some things that might happen to you. You have to be very, very careful and watch out on what you do, what you sign up for, so that you don't fall victims or victim of scam, as the case may be. So please do me well to share this video because you never can tell who will be on your timeline that has experienced what I'm about to talk about, or about to experience it, or has gone through it. They might need this video to know how to move forward or how to go about it. So the two main scams I'm about to talk about, one is the, two of them are mainly digital. They come like mostly digitally. Some come, the other one come physically as well. One is the type of scam. The first one is the one you will receive a letter. A letter will be could be sent to you carrying the information of a government agency. For instance, the finance arm. Finance arm in Germany means a tax office. The office or the government body responsible for tax. When you work, you pay tax and all of that. So you might receive a fake letter that is supposedly from the finance arm, which is the tax office. The letter might contain information about you, clear information about you, telling you that, because every year in Germany, you have to do tax declaration for the previous year. It's compulsory. Once you are working, once you have a job in Germany, a legal job, you have to pay tax. And once you are paying tax, sometimes the tax you pay for the previous year might be higher than what you are supposed to pay, might be lower. So that's why you have to do your tax declaration. This year, you do it for the previous year, So sometimes you do like 2-3 years together previously, then they will check and assess your tax, and they will now tell you if you are the one owing them. If you are owing them, they will send you a letter from the tax office. They will tell you you underpaid your tax for the previous year or years, as the case may be, and they will tell you what you have to return back to them. They will give an account number in the letter that belongs to the government body that you have to return the money to, or you pay the money to, as the case may be. So if they are the one owing you, they also have your account details, which you must have put in the form that you used to declare the tax, and they will also send the money back to you. So most of the time, people receive a huge sum of money as tax return because they were overcharged for tax for the previous years. So these scam people or a group of scammers have taken advantage of these letters coming from such government bodies. They now clone these letters and they will send it to you. Now, how do they get your information? You might be wondering, you receive a letter, it looks exactly the same, carries the information of the government agency you're supposed to receive that letter from legally, carry your information, your address, your phone number. At times, maybe your email might even be attached on the letter. They will not direct you that, okay, they calculated your tax, you are supposed to pay so money back to them and all of that. So you thinking that it's actually from the government body, which is the tax office, finance arms, you might be prompt to quickly pay that money. But I'll tell you, my brothers and sisters, if you receive such letters, don't rush to pay. because some of these letters are scam letters. You know, if you go on Google, you go on YouTube, you see a lot of videos about this thing I'm talking about. They might be scam letters. I'm not saying there are not there are no authentic letters as such. There are a lot of authentic letters based on what you have applied for. But if you know that you did not declare your tax for that previous year and you just receive a letter like that, even when you have declared your tax, you still have to be careful. You know, you have to verify properly, you know, before you make any payment, because the moment you make payment to the described account given to you by these scammers, they will automatically connect your data. As you have become a MAGA, as they say, MAGA. You know, you are not paying, like you are like a client to them now. So you being a MAGA now, they'll connect you to connect your information to their fellow scam companies or scam agencies working together, because they are a rig of scammers all over Europe. They might call you from different countries. They'll connect your information because you have paid one now. So in the next couple of weeks, you will receive more letters, you know, from different companies and all of that. And those companies, they are always legit companies. You know, the companies they are cloning, they are legit companies recognized by law in Germany. You understand? That is the most confusing aspect of it. So how do you stay careful when you know that you did not declare your tax for the previous year? Be very, very careful. You know, check on Google, check the tax office, the address. If the tax office address is in your city, take that letter there and verify. That is the surest way to verify. Or you go on Google, you check the tax office, the one nearest to your city, you call them and verify the information that you were sent via letter. You understand? So that you don't pay money to scammers. This is what is going on of recent now in Germany. You understand? So the one I experienced, there's another type. That one is one. The second type of that scam letter, it comes in different form. It can be from a supposed government agency that is scam. They clone it, like I described now. The other one might be from a debt collection company. Debt collection company, we call them Inkasso-Firma in Germany. So this Inkasso-Firma in Germany, they are the companies, they are like private companies, you know, set up by private individuals and they are recognized by law to enforce debt collections against anybody. For instance, how do they do it? You buy something online in Germany or a certain company, you buy something from there, whether offline or online, and over a period of time, you have been asked to pay the money you are owing and you have refused to pay. You might be sent 2-3 times warning letters. Then after like 2-3 times warning letters, they will not give your information to one of those debt collectors companies, which we call Inkasso-Firma in Germany. Those companies are responsible for debt collection. The company you are supposed to pay money to that you didn't pay, they will contract that Inkasso-Firma, which is the debt collectors company, to enforce that claim against you. So that Inkasso-Firma now will not enforce that claim. They will not add their fee on top. For instance, you are supposed to pay 200 euro to a certain company you are owing, online or offline. Then once they give your data, your information to that Inkasso-Firma, the debt collectors company, to enforce that claim against you, the company will now add their fee that they are supposed to charge. Maybe they are charging you 50 euro, 100 euro, depending on how much they are supposed to collect from you. They calculate their percentage and add it to it. And they will now send you a letter that we are representing so company as a debt collectors company recognized by law in Germany. You are owing this company so they will describe what you bought from that company, all the information you used to buy that product or whatever. They might even attach a letter of what you bought or an invoice of what you bought, as the case may be, to clarify to you that actually they are representing that company. Then they will not send you that letter that you are supposed to pay this money. They are giving you like maybe 7 days, 14 days, or as the case may be, for you to pay that money. If you pay it to them, then they will not transfer it to the said company you are owing. So if you pay the money on time, within the time frame, everything is resolved. Then you can as well call them as a second option. Like you tell them, I don't have this money in cash. Can you let me pay in writing? We call it writing format in Germany, which means they will divide it into little amount. For instance, you are owing 200 euro. You're supposed to pay 200 euro. Then the debt collectors company will now, after you have confirmed from you that you would like to pay instrumentally, they will now break it down to maybe like 6 or 10 installment, 12 installment, depending on how much the total money you're supposed to pay is. They'll divide it to the limit you can be paying every month. They'll tell you, okay, this is the limit you can accept at least. Then you'll be paying every month to their account. As you are paying, they will now be transferring it to that company. They'll be removing their percentage till you have paid off everything. So these scam companies, they are now taking advantage of such private companies recognized by law to enforce debt collection against individuals. They are not taking advantage. They will send clone letters that looks original, looks exactly, carry the address of the company, the information of the company, the fax number of the company and everything. They will send it to you. They might send it through email. They might send it through letter to your mailbox. You will receive the letter or mail. They will now tell you that you are owing to so company. They have been contracted to enforce debt collection against you. You're supposed to pay some amount of money. You are given 7 days or 2 weeks, as the case may be. My brothers and sisters, if you receive such letters, whether it's authentic, you think it's authentic or not, please don't rush to pay. Because if you pay, like I said previously, you will continue paying, because a lot of other scam companies, clone scam companies like that, will now be sending you letters, and you keep paying to infinity. You understand? Without ending. So to avoid such problem where you continuously pay such money that you don't know nothing about, dispute the claim immediately. How do you dispute the claim? If a letter is sent to you claiming that you are owing so company and they have been mandated to enforce a claim against you, you send them a letter immediately that you don't know about this claim. You would like them to clarify. You need the power of attorney from the company. You need a confirmation on what you have bought or what you contracted from that company that you know, that gave them the mandate to enforce a claim against you. So you have to tell them in that letter to prove that the claim is true, and you are giving them 2 weeks. You understand? Maximum of 2 weeks to prove that this claim is true. You understand? So they have to get a power of attorney from that company. They are legit. They have to get different things just to prove to you that this is true. You are owing this money, and you will now verify when they reply within a week or two. You will now check everything to know that, like, you bought something online. You might likely recognize that, oh, I bought something online I didn't pay for. That's why they are sending me this letter. Or maybe I signed up for something, subscription online that I didn't pay for. So you have to remember once they prove it to you. If you can't remember anything like that, you don't need to pay immediately. You understand? So once they send you the proof, then you can check it out. If it's true, then you cannot say, okay, let me pay. Then you cannot discuss how to, you know, pay instrumentally with them or whatever. But if you know that you didn't sign up for anything, you are not owing anything, you are sure, and you receive such letter, it might likely be scam. Like 19% or 99%, it might be scam. So be careful. But mind you, these companies they are representing, they are cloning, are legit companies in Germany. They clone legit debt collectors companies in Germany that you will not even suspect is scam, you know. So you might receive email, you might receive letters. So just be careful. Don't rush to pay. If you rush to pay, you might pay and pay to infinity. So that is the second aspect of the of those scam letters and all of that. Then the other one I would like to talk about, because I said there are two main ones. There are different forms of scams, but these two main ones are the ones I've experienced. That's why I'm talking about them. So the second one that you might likely experience in Germany, or you might have experienced, or you will experience, as the case might be careful, is the one of the phone call. You know, you might be in your house, somebody will just call you on your phone line, maybe a call from UK and everything, and that phone call, the person will be speaking the language you understand. If you're in Germany, the person will be speaking German. You understand? And that call might be coming from UK, United Kingdom. Most of the time, the calls I've received are coming from UK most of the times. Some other European countries, but most of the time, like 90%, the scam calls I receive usually come from United Kingdom. So they call you, they speak the German language or whatever language you speak in your country you are based. They speak the language to you and they'll tell you, for instance, the one I experienced, they will tell you, we observe in our system, we are a Bitcoin selling company or blah, 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 digital company. We observe that in our system that you have a claim, you are a Bitcoin claim of about 50,000 euro, 100,000 euro, 200,000 euro. They'll call a figure that will be charming to you to see if you are greedy. You know, if you will fall for it, that they see that the Bitcoin is in your name and somebody is trying to claim the Bitcoin, and they see that the Bitcoin is in your name and they were able to trace you or trace your data to Germany. They would like to send you the Bitcoin to your wallet, but you have to, they might even call a wallet a Bitcoin selling platform that you might recognize. You understand? All those digital platforms selling Bitcoin online that you might even recognize. So be careful whether you trade with that platform or not on Bitcoin. Be careful. They'll tell you, okay, they'll send the to you, the Bitcoin to you. You have to, what you have to do, you give them your data on your residence permit or your passport, as the case may be. If you have given them your data, because when they called me, I was playing along with them to know where it's heading. You give them your data. If you give them your data, which you don't have to do, if you give them maybe your name or whatever, then your address or whatever, they will now tell you, okay, there's a certain app you have to download. You download this app, then this app will enable us to transfer the Bitcoin to your wallet. This is the next phase now. Then you download that app. Once you download that app, mind you, is a legit app available on Apple Play and Apple Store and the Google Play Store or Google Store. So when you download that app, they'll be on the line with you. They will not tell you, now do it like this, go like this, go like this. Then they will not send a request on that app, like a request, and they will not tell you to click accept. So now this is where everything goes down. You understand? This is the aspect you don't have to get up to, because I just got up to that aspect just to know what they are capable of. But I already know, I was just playing along. So you don't have to get up to that limit. So once you get to that limit of that attempted scam or whatever, and they are not telling you, you have downloaded the app and they are telling you to confirm something, then they will not send you request on that app. So now they are telling you to click on accept. You can see decline, you can see accept. So the app will now be warning you below that if you accept this thing, it means you are giving the opposite person requesting for the access to your device, all the information in your device, the password, everything will be visible automatically to that person in whatever country they are in. So the moment you accept, you click accept, your phone is as good as useless to you, because everything you have on that phone, they can now see. They can change your password, your banking details, your login details, your Facebook details, Instagram, anything you have digitally, they can log in. They can use your name to buy things online. They can use your information to buy things online and send it to their address. They can do a lot. They can even borrow money in your name. There's a lot they can do digitally in your name that can ruin your life if you're not careful. So once you see that accept button, please just decline. Don't accept, or you switch off your phone immediately. I actually played up to that point because I'm learned enough to know that, yes, this is scam, but I was just playing along with them to see the limit they can go. So if you accept, your phone is as good as useless. They will change your information, your banking details, everything. If you have money in your account, all you start seeing is debit, 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 debit. You understand? They can even change everything about you on that device. You have your phone, but it's like your phone has been cloned digitally. So these are the two main scams I would like to talk about, which I've talked about now. There are a lot of scams I've experienced, but these are the two main ones I've experienced recently in Germany that I know that people are likely to fall prey for, because people a lot of people don't know these things. There are people who are not learning digitally, who don't know those things, who don't know much about digital things. All they know is just how to use phone. You might be one of such persons. you know how to press your phone, but you don't know a lot. You might likely fall victim of these scams. So you don't have to fall victims hearing this information now. I've experienced it. Thank God I didn't fall prey to their scam. But I'm trying to warn you or bring an alert to you, to your notice. You can as well share this video, please. Share this video if you find it interesting, to other people in your timeline that might be, going through this phase of this scam as victims, or people that has gone through it, or people that might likely go through it. Please do well to share, because this is legit information. This is not to bring any country down, or to bring the country Germany down as it is. It's just to inform people. I went as far as going to the police station, taking the letters to the police station. This is what I've received. The police told me, yes, we accept your complaint. I wrote a complaint. The police told me, we accept your complaint, but these are scam people in Germany. The police cannot deal with them all, because they are much. You might likely receive tons of those letters. The only thing the police told me, they told me, Mr. Brimer, be careful, okay? Block them. If they send you letter, don't reply. We accept your letter, and we'll try to investigate against this company sending you this letter. But based on what we know, we receive informations like this from a lot of individuals. And they are mostly scammers. Please avoid them by blocking them on your email.